Right into it for this Thursday morning. Our first guest, Dave Nichols, Mayor of Monticello, Mississippi. And Dave, welcome to Thursday Open Lines this morning, brother.
Glad to be here.
Everything going good in Lawrence County?
Everything's going well.
Well, good.
Going well.
Well, you just as we start this morning, of course, Dave just reelected back into the mayor's office, and for how many terms have you served?
I've served 3. Have just began my 4th this past Monday.
Okay. And what happens when a mayor begins his new term? Is there any other things that you have to start over, or?
Well, not really start over, but what you have to do, of course, you've got to be sworn in again.
Right.
And then at that point, even though you may have been mayor for several years, you still have to reappoint all your department heads, and so we'll be doing that shortly.
I got you. Now, I guess have you had your first board meetings?
We have had our first board meeting. Of course, several months ago, we switched our board meetings to Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
And so we actually had our first board meeting this past Monday, and we had our one new alderman, Martha Watts, was there, and look forward to working with her and serving with her. I think she'll bring a lot of good things to the table.
Well, I know in Lawrence County you got a lot of good folks over there, and you're fortunate to have a lot of folks who are really community-minded. And not to say these other areas don't. I'm just saying that Lawrence County, I know, and I know most of those folks over there too that you have on your board, and that always is a help to have people.
It really is. I've been blessed over the last 3 terms, and I look forward to enjoying that this term as well, that I've had a good relationship with the board, because it's not just about the mayor. Yes, the mayor has a lot of ideas, and the mayor's there every day, day in and day out, but it's not just about the mayor. That's why you have a board, because they collectively represent the voice of all the citizens as well. And they have good ideas, good plans, and sometimes you may have a good idea and they can actually improve it. And so I've been blessed to have a very good relationship with all the boards that I serve with, and I think that's part of the reason why Monticello definitely has improved over the last 12 years, is because of the working relationship that we have.
Well, you talked about mayor having ideas. What would you say is the primary responsibility of the mayor's job?
Well, the primary responsibility is the day-to-day operations of the town, just to make sure that the town functions, just like this business here.
Right.
You got to make sure you have people here to run the studios, to make sure that the commercials get plugged in, and to make sure the programs are done in a timely manner. Same thing with the city. It's just like a business. There's things that have to be done day-to-day, and that day-to-day operations is obviously the most important thing. But then you have to look past that as well, because you have to look into the future. One of the things that's a kind of a different business with water and sewer lines and that kind of stuff, they'll wear out. Just like equipment at this radio station will eventually wear out. And you have to look at replacing it. Of course, that costs money. Well, where's that money going to come from? So that's one of the things the mayor has to look at, too, is the long-range consequences and the infrastructure of the town, looking at water, sewer, streets, and that kind of stuff, and coming up with a way to make sure that it's not only maintained, improved, but also changed out when needed.
Very good. That's a really good explanation of that. And thinking about that, you've got the office of mayor in Monticello. You've had it for these past 3 terms and starting the 4th. And you have folks. Are there assistants in your office that help you do these things?
In City Hall, I have a city clerk. And city clerk, director of administration. And she's really kind of my right hand, so to speak, if you will. When I'm not there, she can definitely make a lot of decisions without me. But if she can't, of course, with the modern age of cell phones and technology, I'm not usually very far away. They can call and get some direction too. And then you've got, also in City Hall, we have our court clerk, and we have a deputy city clerk who are there. They handle like all the water billing. They can answer a lot of questions that come in over the phone. If a new person moving into town needs to get services set up, water, sewer, garbage collections. Well, I don't have to do that. There's people there in the office to take care of that kind of stuff.
All right, and you've got a lot of things happening in Lawrence County. Tell us about some of the projects in Monticello.
Well, we really do, and we're really excited. The day before yesterday, we got an email and a phone call from Senator Thad Cochran's office, something we've been working on for several years now, is a new readiness center, commonly referred to as a National Guard Armory. They're now called readiness centers. We were under the impression that the Monticello Readiness Center would be in this year's FIDEP. And you know how the federal government and their acronyms are. That stands for Futures Years Defense Plan. That's what the FIDEP stands for. Well, all of a sudden they say there's not going to be a FIDEP. and they're usually done about every other year. They said, well, we're not going to do a FIDEP this year. So I was like, well, wow. We felt like for sure our readiness center was going to be on this year's FIDEP. Well, Senator Cochran, as you know, we do make a trip to Washington at least once a year and carry our projects up there, and we have brought home a lot of money to Lawrence County by doing this. But we got an email and a phone call from Senator Cochran's office day before yesterday. You know, he is the ranking Republican member on the Senate Appropriations Committee, and they have put forth a bill called the Military Construction Veterans Care Funding, and it was approved by the entire committee. Will now go to the Senate, then the House, and to the President's desk. They feel there's a 95% chance or better that this is going to pass. And in this is $14.3 million to construct a new facility, a new National Guard armory in Monticello. So we're really excited about that because on the FIDEP, how that works, you just get on the FIDEP, and then when they pass the defense budget, you got to go in there and fight for funds to get yours built. If you don't get it this year, that just keeps moving up till you get it built. This right here, it is specifically said in the bill, it goes to the Monticello Readiness Center. So you're not fighting with anybody else for the money. It's your money.
Wow.
So it would happen a lot quicker. So
Right.
we're really, really excited about this. This has been something in the making for several years now, that the Board of Supervisors, myself, the Board of Aldermen, even the mayors and boards of aldermen in Silver Creek and New Hebron have had a hand in this, because this is not just, yes, it's in Monticello, but there's people from all over the state that come to Monticello to this readiness center. Now, the good thing about it is when it gets built, we've also been told there'll be about anywhere from 3 to 7 new jobs, full-time jobs at that readiness center.
Wow.
So that, and they pay pretty good in the
Yeah,
National
that's
Guard.
right. That's right.
And the new rules are, those people will have to live in Lawrence County. So we'll get new residents, a new readiness center, and some new jobs, which, you know, when you get new jobs, that puts more money in your economy, and we like that.
You got it.